Hello guys, so I've released the K50vnV3 here a couple of days ago, and it was a really big hit. Okay, there's already a bunch of people now. I've sold all my stock. I don't have any more in stock, and right now they're on back order, and I have about 20 more heading my way. So the reason it is so popular is because it dethroned the previously TK61vn dedicated thrower here. Okay, this light has, for the price range around $250, this has been the throw king for quite a while. Okay, and now this light comes along, the K50vn comes along and just puts it to shame. Okay, let's talk a little bit about both. Okay, so you can see here the TK61vn has a little bit larger and deeper reflector compared to the K50vn. So in theory, if both light were driven the same, has the same LED, the larger TK61vn here should outthrow this light because it has a larger reflector, more reflector surface area to focus down the light and to throw down the beam. However, the K50vn here has a new LED and is much harder driven. Okay, 1300 lumen versus 2300 lumen. You have 1000 lumen advantage. So just by sheer output and with a smaller reflector, it was able to match the TK61vn in terms of beam intensity. Both throws around 500 K lux. Okay, maybe the K50vn throws a little bit more by around 30 K lux, but you know, 30 K lux is nothing at this range. Okay, so with all practical use, with your with your eyes visually, you will not be able to see the difference between either, especially when there's a different intent. So your eyes will be able to judge if one throws more than the other. However, your eyes can surely see that this light, it's 1000 lumen brighter. It has a larger hotspot. The spill is brighter, so your peripheral vision is much better. Everything is lit up better. Okay. So, size aside, their user interface is another differences. Okay. For the longest time, this was a very preferred user interface for a dedicated thrower. Power button here turns the light on and off, and then the other switch alternates through the 4 constant brightness level. Very simple, but it works. Okay. The K50vn here is a little bit more sophisticated. Okay. Rear click turns the light on, and it turns on at a very low moonlight, almost moonlight level. Okay. And then rotating the magnetic ring here goes through 6 different constant brightness level. Okay, and then you have a standby before you hit a strobe. Okay, so alternatively, if you don't want to use the rear switch to turn on or off the light, you can just use the ring here for the standby slot of the ring, and you can alternate between turbo or strobe instantly. Okay, from off. So I've already showed you that in a separate video. Okay, so weighted size, I think they're quite equivalent. I can't really tell which one is more heavy. The TK61vn is a little larger, as you can see here, where it has a taller stainless steel bezel. Okay, both quality-wise, I would have to give it to the Phoenix. Phoenix just have very good anodization. Okay, so by handling it, you just know that this is a high-quality light, and there are more attention to details on the internals. But that's not to say that the K50 is not good. Okay, the K50 is excellent as well. It's just a tad below the TK61 in terms of finished and machining. However, it is definitely not bad. This is, you know, I'm very biased to Phoenix. I'm a hardcore Phoenix fan, so I don't even know if the quality is even better. Because I'm so biased, every time I pick up a Phoenix, I assume that it has the best anodization ever. Okay? But honestly, you can't really tell the differences between the two light. The K50vn is a very good light, both machining and anodization. It seems very good. I can't fault it for anything. So unless you're biased like me, I think you would think that they're quite equal. Okay. Both light have very thick anti-reflective lens. So in that regard, they're very good. I dumped both of these in water and they work just fine. No water penetration whatsoever, okay? And I didn't just dunk it. I left it in there for like 15 minutes, okay? The bucket was like 2 feet deep, so they do what they claim. So they both does the job very well, okay? I haven't thrown them from buildings or anything to beat them to see if the difference is. I haven't went to that extreme, okay? However, so from everything that I can tell, both are very equal in terms of performance, throw performance, okay? Not output performance, and build quality. Okay, so a lot of another question that I get, which one would I pick? I'm a Phoenix fan, okay? But the extra 1,000 lumen output on this just makes this light obsolete for now, okay? Until Phoenix comes out with something else, this light is now obsolete compared to the new K50vn. And I honestly really like the control ring and the wider range of constant, the 6th level of constant brightness. You have a really low and a really high. So yes, if I had $225 to $250, I'll put it towards this light and not the TK61vn anymore. I still have it on my site, but because I have so many questions, which one should I pick? Which one should I pick? I would go for the K50vn. Okay, it doesn't have a good of a track record because it's brand new on the market, but I think for the most part, through all the torture tests that I put it through, I think it's going to do just fine. Okay, that is all I have to say about both. Let's go outside and show you guys the beam shots, okay? And then the video beam shots might not show them completely representative of the beam completely. I will also take my digital DSLR here and I'll cut down the exposure and show the hot spots side by side so you can see the difference and if there are any differences, and you can compare the size of the different hot spot, and then you can also compare the brightness of the spill beam, all right? All right, that'll be all. Give me a second. Again, I'm using my phone camera, and it's mounted on a tripod, so let's see how this works out. Okay. TK61 on the left. And K50vn on the K50vn on the left, TK61vn on the right. And both are right now on the max constant level brightness. Here are the two hotspots side by side. You know what? Actually, the K50vn does look brighter than the TK61vn here. And you can tell the hotspot is a little larger also. Okay? And comparing the spill at the bottom, you can also see that the K50vn here is brighter than the spill over here. Okay? Yes, I understand that it's hard to tell in the video the differences, but I'll show it better through still photos. Okay? The hotspot on this one is definitely larger than this one. Alrighty, that'll be all.